Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair. So today, inshallah, we are going to answer the exercises. We completed the text yesterday, and today we have to answer the questions. So the first one is Ajib anil as'ilatil atiyah. Answer the following questions. And question number one is Kam mudarrisan jadidan ja'a. Okay, how many new teachers came? All right.
5 new teachers. خمسة مدرسين جدد.
Excellent. Ja'a khamsatu mudarrisina jududin. Okay. Ja'a khamsatu mudarrisina jududin. 5 new teachers came. And here, if we remember and we know that after kam, the noun is normally, it is mansub, it is singular, and it is nakra, right? As we can see here, kam mudarrisan jadidan, and jadidan is the sifa for mudarrisan, mawsuf sifa, and ja'a is the verb. So we can also see here that ja'a can come in the end of a sentence as well. So it can come in the beginning of the sentence, and it can also come at the end of the sentence. Okay, depending on how it is being used. And the answer is Ja'a khamsatu mudarrisina jududin. Khamsatu mudarrisina. So mudarrisina, ina sound, it is majroor. That's why the sifa that we use for the mudarrisina is also majroor, which is jududin. 5 new teachers came. Okay. Kam taliban wajad al mudarrisu fil fasli. How many students did the teacher find in the classroom? Wajada, if you remember, wajada yajidu. Wujudan, to find something. And this is the one that starts with waw, which is called mithal. Inshallah, we will talk about these in the coming lessons. So, kam taliban wajad al madarrisu fil fasli. How many students did the teacher find in the classroom? Wajada fihi.
وجد فيه 35 35
25 طالبا 25 طالبا. Wajada, he found. So the teacher here, he found, is also here. Inbuilt subject is also there. So wajada is the verb and also the subject. And then 25 طالبا will be maf'ul bihi. So wajada is fail plus fa'il, and 25 طالبا is maf'ul bihi. So wajada fihi 25 طالبا. He found 25 students in the classroom.
Sir?
Yes.
And actually, in the text, it is ولكنني أرى 35 طالبا فقط.
Okay, so how many students did he find? He found
only
25, right? 25.
yeah.
So that's right. So he found 25 students. So that's how we will answer, because the number of students in the classroom is 30. But when the teacher came and he found 25 students. So wajada yajidu is to find something. So here it's wajada, how many students did he find? So he found 25 students, not more than that, right? وجد فيه 25 طالبا. He found 25 students. لمن الكتاب? Yes, قصص النبيين. Okay. Who is the author of the book? The stories of the prophets.
هو لفضيلة الشيخ أبي الحسن.
هو لفضيلة الشيخ أبي الحسن الندوي.
Yes, that's right. That's right. هو لفضيلة الشيخ أبي الحسن الندوي رحمه الله تعالى. So it's written by Sheikh Abi Hassan al-Nadwi. Okay. كم صفحة فيه? How many pages are there in it? Yes.
فيه 90 صفحة.
فيه 90 صفحة. It has 90 pages.
pages.
فيه 90 صفحة. It has 90 pages. Excellent. كم صفحة قرأ الطلاب? How many pages did the students read? قرأوا.
قرأهم
Yes.
قرأوا
53 صفحة.
Okay. You can also say hum qara'u if you want to make it nominal sentence. Hum qara'u 53 صفحة. 53 صفحة. Because we see qara'u is not the first form of the verb and it's not the fourth form. So we know that the rest of the forms of the verb, whether it is 5 or 9 or 10 or 11 or 12, 13, 14, then the maf'ul bihi that follows it will be always mansoob. So qara'u is the third one, right? Qara'a, qara'a, qara'u. So it's the third one. That's why the noun that follows it will be always mansoob. So hum qara'u 53 صفحة. They learned or they studied 53 pages. 53 صفحة, 53 pages. Okay. بكم اشترى المدرس الحقيبة? How much did the teacher buy the bag for?
اشترى المدرس الحقيبة ب80 ريالا.
Excellent. ب80 ريالا. Okay. Or we can say اشتراها. Ha refers to the bag. اشتراها ب80 ريالا. Or you can also say اشترى المدرس الحقيبة ب80 ريالا. For 80 ريالز. 80 ريالا. Okay, why it is 80? Why not 80?
Because of B.
Because of harf jar B, and we know that all these decades like the uqud, 20, 30, 40, 50, they are also flexible like the proper noun of like the third form of the verb, which is in the noun, which is mudarrisuna, mudarrisina, mudarrisina. Similarly, 20, 20, 20, they are also flexible. So if they are used as subject, they will be 20. And if they're in the place of the object, they will be 20, as we can see here in this case. Okay, number 2, who is going to read number 2?
اقرأ الأمثلة الآتية لجمع مذكر سالم.
Okay.
Read اقرأ الأمثلة, the example, the
Read
following
the examples
example.
of the, yes, excellent.
uh,
Of the sound masculine plural, which is جمع المذكر السالم, which is sound masculine plural, and the opposite of sound masculine plural is the broken plural, right? Yeah, the broken one. So it's mukassar or taksir. So the sound masculine plural, what do you remember about it? It comes on the pattern of una, ina. Okay, that's number 1. And number 2, it is almost or always, it is like a derived noun. It is derived from a verb or from a masdar. It's like normally, most of the times, it's not by itself. There are always some exceptions like alam. Alam is not a derived form of the noun alam, and then we have alamuna and alamina, which is alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. But here this is alam, it is with fatha. The second last root letter has fatha, alam, right? But if it is alim, which means the person who knows, yeah, then it will be alimina, alimuna, alimina, alimina. So just a slight difference of kasra will change the meaning and completely change the meaning. And we know this now, mashallah, very well, that every time when we have to make ismul fa'il, the second last root letter will have kasra, it will be the doer. And when the second last root letter has, or the letter has fatha, then it will be the receiver of the action. For example, we have learned musabbihun and musabbahun. However, here this case is different. Alam is not a derived one, it is alam, and this is like, they say it's like one of the rare nouns that exist in the Arabic language, alam, and then the plural will be alamuna, and since it is alamuna, it will be alamuna, alamina, alamina. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Okay, so al-mudarrisuna fil fusuli.
The teachers.
اقرأ الأمثلة الآتية. Okay, so we have to only read it like it's like the ammal. Okay, so al-mudarrisuna fil fusuli, the teachers are in the classroom. أين المدرسون? Where are the teachers?
مهندسين where are the
مهندسون. أين المهندسون? Where are the engineers? So Aina, also Aina itself has the ability, it is one of Ism Istifham which has the ability to be Mubtada. So we can say that Aina is Mubtada and Al-Muhaddisuna is Khabar. On the other hand, we can say that Al-Muhaddisuna is Mubtada Muakhar and Aina is Khabar Muqaddam. So both of them are possible. And how to translate it? Aina are Al-Muhaddisuna. Where are the engineers? So when we are able to put is RM in a proper place, then Ismal Jumlatul Ismiya or the nominal sentence will be very easy for us to translate. So Ain al-Muhandisuna, where are the?
So can I ask something?
Yes, please.
Yes, if like that, man will also be like mubtada if it's used as a question, like who is the one, like man alladhi yashfa'u.
That's right. It can be also possible, it is possible to say that this is mubtada and then the second part is khabar. That's also possible.
So then why the khabar is
it's possible, yeah. Like there are like very few exceptions where mubtada and khabar both are marfu. For example, qul huwallahu ahad. Okay, qul is fail plus file, Allahu is mubtada, lafz al-jalala, and ahadun is khabar. But then the second one we say Allahu as-samadu, right? Allahu as-samadu. Now Allah is like needless, he doesn't need anything, right? So now here lafz al-jalala is mubtada and as-samadu is khabar. But what happened here, both of them can be marfu, but in very rare cases. Similarly, there is a hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, ad-dinu an-nasihatu. Deen is nasiha, okay? So over there also, ad-dinu is mubtada, an-nasihatu is khabar, but both of them have al-al. So when you say ana tahrim or ana Muhammad or ana Bilal, so here we don't have a choice. Ana is a proper noun and Muhammad is also a proper noun. So in certain cases, mubtada and khabar, both of them can be alam or they can be proper nouns. And this is one of the conditions that we find over here. Ain al-muhandisuna, where are the teachers? So one of them is mubtada and the second one is khabar. And please remember that all isma'ul istifham, all of them are marfu and all of them are marfu and all of them are able to be, or they are mabni except for ayyu. Ayyu is not mabni. That can be ayyun and that can be ayyin. But the rest of them, all of them are mabni. So did you get the idea? Like sometimes there is no escape. Both of them are supposed to be marfu and that's both of them are supposed to be alam, and that is okay. And the best example is from Surah Al-Ikhlas.
So I thought that khabar will be khabar will always be like, I mean, mostly it will be in
it will be khabar is all mubtada and khabar by default they are always marfu. By default they are always marfu.
In zalladhi, why is isn't zalladhi like
man, basically that is a little bit complicated construction, because the is also used as ism ishara, because when we say ha is for tanbih and the is used for ishara.
That is silatul Sul no Ustad.
Sorry?
Sila. Sila no Ustad. Man is Ism Mausul, and that is Sila no Ustad. Allazi yashfu indahu.
But in this sentence, man is not is Mosul. Like we are asking the
Here we
question
have
who is
Aina. Yeah, here we have Aina.
Okay.
It's
No,
not
no.
man.
For Manzalazi, the
Man dhal ladhi is a completely different construction, yani, because the is sometimes used alone by itself. Most of the times we use it ha the. But when you say man the alladhi, that means man means who, the means huwa. Alladhi also means the one who. So man dhal ladhi, it's for emphasis, for lots of emphasis, like who is the one who has the ability to do shifa illa bidhni rabbi, except for the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that is mashallah, yani, that is something we will discuss in book number 3, and that is also something that is got to do with it's like beyond sarf and nahu, that is balagha. But inshallah we will talk about this in book number 3. As of now here, what we are focusing here as well is that like isma or istifham, they can be subject and they can be predicate, and aina is one of them, which is isma or istifham, that is used to ask a question. And we will say that aina is mubtada and al-muhaddisuna is khabar. Or if you want to say al-muhaddisuna is mubtada, then we will say al-muhaddisuna is mubtada muakhar
Muakhar.
and aina is khabar muqaddam. And you know that all these isma'ul istifham, the nouns that are used to ask question, they ask for sidaratul kalam, yani they need to be in the beginning of the sentence, like we have the case in English. What is your name? Where are you from? What do you do? So like they deserve to be in the beginning so that we can say that this is a question. If we change the order, then the question will be disturbed. So that's why they always come in the beginning of the sentence.
Yes.
So one example, please remember Allahu as-Samadu, which is both of them are marfu and both of them are proper nouns. And the hadith that you need to remember is ad-dinu an-nasihatu. Ad-dinu an-nasihatu, where both of them are marfu and both of them are proper nouns. Okay, let's proceed. Ha'ulai tullabun mujtahiduna. These, okay, so please try to translate it and give me the break of this sentence. Where shall we
These
put is RM?
hardworking students.
Okay, so where shall we put is RM? In this case, we have to put R. Okay.
Aula.
Tullabu.
These
Yes,
students are
Aula
hardworking.
Ustad.
Ha'ulai are tullabun mujtahiduna, right? These are hardworking students. Why do we say that? Because ha'ulai is a proper noun, ismul ishara. So it's mubtada. Tullabun is khabar, which is a common noun. And mujtahiduna is the sifa of the students. Yeah, so ha'ulai is mubtada, tullabun mujtahiduna is khabar. These are hardworking students.
Would have been Haulai at-Tullabu, then would have been
It would, then when you say
substitute.
these students, then it becomes ismul ishara in ishara and musharan alayh. So when you say ha'ulai tullabu, then it will be translated these students
But-
are mujtahiduna. Okay, ha'ulai tullabu, then you are pointing towards those students. These students are mujtahiduna. But here tullabun doesn't have al, so that means normally we know that the khabar doesn't have al, and the khabar is always, or most of the times, it is a common noun. So ha'ulai will be the subject, are tullabun mujtahiduna will be the predicate. These students are hardworking. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
And if you say ha'ulai
Just like Haza
at-tullabu,
that we studied yesterday.
yes,
Uh,
fi
with
faslina
Haza,
hadha, yeah.
yes. So if Haza is coming after, that means this class of yours.
That's
it
right.
was-
Yeah, this class of yours, Baytukum hadha, this house of yours, whatever. When we are talking about the belonging of someone, so if we bring ismul ishara in the beginning of the sentence, then it becomes mubtada and khabar. Yani hadha baytukum, this is your house. But if you say baytukum hadha, then it means this house of yours, jadidun, is new. Baytukum hadha jadidun, this house of yours is new. But if you say hadha baytukum, then it means this is your house. Aina Ahmadu wa Abbasun wa Yasirun. Where are Aina?
Ahmad, yes.
Ahmad, Abbas, and Yasir. Now again we can see here that Ahmad, Abbas, and Yasir, all of them are proper nouns. Hum. Okay, please try to break this out.
Whom
Ghaibuna.
are غائبون.
Excellent. Hum are ghaibuna. Mundu
Mundu
usbu'aini.
is
Okay.
since
They are absent
Since 2 weeks.
since 2 weeks. Okay. So now whom, we know that this is also a pronoun, and all the pronouns are proper nouns. Yeah. So they fall in the category of proper nouns. So whom, and then we say ghaibuna, they are absent. Okay. Ghaibuna, is it ism jamid or is it ism mushtaq? Is it a derived noun or is it a solid noun? It's mushtaq. Yeah.
It's derived.
Yeah, it's derived. Ghaibun and ghaibani and ghaibuna. Hum ghaibuna mundu usbuin, they are absent since 2 weeks. Okay. Ya'budul muslimun Allah. Muslims worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, here, where is the subject and what kind of sentence is this, first of all? Verbal sentence. So we don't need to look for subject and predicate. We have to look for the verb and the fa'il and the maf'ul bihi. Okay. So of course, ya'budu is the verb. Okay. What's the status of al-muslimuna? It's raf'un. It's fa'il. And lafz al-jalala is the maf'ul bihi. Okay. Yes, ya'budul muslimun Allah. Muslims worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As we know that the verbal sentence consists of 2 parts, minimum 2 parts, which is the verb and the subject. And sometimes it also has maf'ul bihi or has the object. So here, ya'budu, verb, al-muslimuna, subject, lafzul jalala, object. Okay, now the next one is also, no, it's a nominal sentence, starts with ha'ulai. Now here, ha'ulai tullabu is complete construction. We cannot break it. Why can we not break it? We cannot make it.
Proper
noun.
Yes, both of them are proper nouns, and it's called murakkab. Yeah, we have learned like the compound combinations. So the compound, for example, murakkab tawsifi, mawsuf and sifa.
Murakkab ishari, sir.
Ishari, ishara and musharan ilayh. Okay, so ha'ulai tullabu, these students are
Indians.
Hunudun are Indians. Okay, so Hunudun, since it's a nationality, so it's not a derived noun, it is a proper noun, or it is ismu jamid, it is a solid noun. Okay, so ha'ulai tullabu hunudun, these students are Indians. Wa and ulaika, yes please.
Those
are
Pakistani.
Ulaika are Pakistaniyuna. Okay, and those are Pakistanis. Excellent. All right, so please give me a bit of analysis of the first verb that we have here. Please read it and then tell me what kind of verb it is.
Commanding verb, jama'a.
Okay, jama'a yajma'u. Okay.
Jama'a yajma'u ijma'.
So this is ijma', which is fi'l al-amr, right?
Yes, sister.
Okay. Ijma'il asma'a al-atiyata. Okay. Jama'a mudhakkarin saliman. So now what we have to write here? Write the sound masculine plural of the following nouns. So jama'a yajma'u, jama'an is also used to add something, and also here it means to make the plural of the nouns with muzakkar salim. Okay. Mudarrisun,
Mudarrisuna.
مدرسون
Mudarrisuna, please give me the three forms so that we know that you know the three forms. Marfu, mansub, and majroor.
Mudarrisuna,
مدرسين
mudarrisina.
مدرسين
Mudarrisuna, mudarrisina, mudarrisina. Okay, why do we have una, ina sound?
Jama Salim, sir.
Jama Salim, excellent. Number two, muhandisun,
Muhandisuna,
muhandisuna,
muhandisina,
muhandisina, muhandisina. Okay, engineers. Muslimun,
مسلمون مسلمين
muslimuna,
muslimina,
muslimina, muslimina, Muslims. Okay, kafirun,
كافرون
kafiruna, kafirina, kafir.
yes, kafiruna, kafirina, kafirina. Ghaibun,
Ghaibuna, ghaibina, ghaibina.
okay, ghaibuna, ghaibina, ghaibina. Okay, mujtahidun,
مجتهدون مجتهدين
Mujtahiduna, mujtahidina.
okay, mujtahiduna, mujtahidina. Mu'minun,
مؤمنون
mu'minuna,
Mu'minuna.
mu'minina, mu'minina. Salihun, salihuna, salihina, salihina. Okay, now one more task for you. Please try to differentiate the forms, the first form of the verb, and then the derived forms of the verb. Try to differentiate and tell me which one of them are the first form of the verb and which one of them are derived forms of the verb.
So kafirun and ghaibun are the first form of verb, and salihun.
Okay, salihun, excellent. Kafirun, ghaibun, and salihun are the derived forms of the verb, ismul fa'il, from the first form of the verb, which is fa'ala yaf'alu fi'lan. Okay, and the rest?
The rest are from the
Derived forms of the verb.
is
Are also
from the
derived, sir.
Which one?
third.
Also derived.
Which one?
Mudarrisun.
Yeah,
Aslama.
yeah, mudarrisun, yes. How would
Ism
you
fa'il.
know?
Derived, sir.
درس
Derived.
يدرس
These are the second last
Darrasa,
Darasa
letter.
yudarrisu,
yudarrisu.
tadrisu.
Sabaha yusabihu.
صبح
Yeah, this is the
This
second
is
form.
ism fa'il, Ustad.
Yeah,
Ism
mudarrisun is ismul
fa'il.
fa'il. Yes, yes. Mudarrisun, so it is the second form because it starts with
All
mu.
are derived, sir, here.
Sabaha darasa.
Not all,
درس
Irfan. Kafirun, wa ghaibun, wa salihun, they are derived, but we are saying which one of these are from the first form of the verb and which one of them are from the second, third, fourth, and fifth form of the verb.
Okay, sir. The Mudarrisun is from Sabbaha, sir.
Sabbaha yusabbihu, yes.
Aslama is form 4.
Okay.
Muslimun, sir.
Muslim.
Aslama Muslimun.
جاهد يجاهد مجاهد
Jahada.
Which
Jahada.
one? We don't have, we have mujtahid.
مج-
Mujtahid is the eighth form of the verb. We haven't reached there, but at least you can figure out that this is the derived form of the verb, right?
Yes, the second last letter is
Ijtihadan, mujtahidun. But at least you can figure out that these are all on the pattern of ismul fa'il. All of them are doer. And why all of them are doer? Because they start with mu, and then the second last letter has kasra. Mudarrisun, muhandisun, muslimun, mujtahidun, and mu'minun. Amana, yuminu, imanan is the fourth form of the verb, which is aslama, yuslimu, islam. And from there we have mu'min. And where, as we can see here, kafirun, wa ghaibun, wa salihun, they are on the pattern of fa'ilun. Fa'ilun is the first form of the verb. Fa'ala, yaf'alu, fi'lan, if'al, la taf'al, fa'il, maf'ul. So fa'ilun, on the pattern of fa'ilun, we have kafirun. Similarly, fa'ilun, we have ghaibun. Now there is an addition of hamza, and this one is a little bit tricky because we have the weak root letter. And then we have salihun is also on the pattern of fa'ilun. So kafirun, ghaibun, salihun are the first form of the verb, whereas mudarrisun, muhandisun, muslimun, mujtahidun, and mu'minun are the derived forms of the verb. You know all of them except for the eighth form of the verb and the second one which we have, muhandisun.
Kafirun has also Jama Mukassar Kuffar.
Kuffar,
Arabic?
yes, that's right. It has also as most of, or there are some nouns which have like two plurals. For example, talib,
And
we have
what
tulab and we have
about
talibuna.
Mumin Ustad? Amana, it is on the scale of Fa'ala Ustad. Amana, Mumin,
Aslama yuslimu islaman, amana yuminu imanan.
Fa'ala,
Af'ala,
Fa'ala. First,
af'ala. Number 4.
no, Mumin Ustad, Mumin.
Yes.
Amana, Amana.
Number,
It's again on the scale of Aslama.
it's amana yuminu iman, because why we say it's on the number 4? Because amana, the first hamza has fatha and the second hamza is sakin. The root letters are amana. Okay, so there is one extra hamza. So it's amana, and then the second one is yuminu, and then imanan is on the pattern of islaman. Look at the pattern: islaman, amana, yuminu, imanan, aslama, yuslimu, islaman, af'ala, yuf'ilu, if'alan. So it starts with hamza, which has kasra, islamun, imanun. So that's why it is the 4th form of the verb and not the 3rd form of the verb, because 3rd form of the verb should have alif in it, which is qatala yuqatilu muqatalatan, jahada yujahidu mujahadatan, and then we have jadala yujadilu mujadalatan. But this is not that one. This is the 4th one, which is aslama yuslimu islaman, amana yu'minu imanan. The problem is here we have mahmuz, we have hamza. So whenever we have hamza and then we have the weak root letters like alif, waw, and ya, then the patterns little bit, they like become little bit like difficult to figure out or to recognize. But inshallah, that's what we are doing. Slowly but surely we will reach how to do and how to make the derived forms and how to make ismul fa'il and ismul maf'ul from the verbs that have weak root letters or the verbs that have hamza in it. Okay, now iqra ma yali. Inshallah, you will read it. Who is going to read? Number 4.
20 طالبا 20 طالبة. So for both male and female, we will use 20.
Ishruna for masculine and Ishruna for feminine. And the ma'dud will be singular and it will be mansub. Sorry, it will be singular and mansub. Okay. 20 masculine students and 20 feminine students. Okay. Thalathuna, yes, please continue.
30 طالبة. 30 male students and 30 female students.
Okay.
40 طالبا 40 طالبة. 40 male students and 40 female students.
I want you to do something extra. So when you're saying Ishruna Taliban, you should also say Ishrina Taliban, so that you know all the forms. Una, ina. So at least practice one more form. Ishruna Taliban wa Ishrina Taliban, right? Thalathuna Taliban wa Thalathina Taliban. Arba'una Taliban wa Arba'ina Taliban. Similarly. Yes, please.
50 طالبا و50 طالبا.
And
50 طالبة و50 طالبة.
Excellent. So this is how we practice. So we get used to it that also these uqud, they are also like flexible and they can be on the pattern of una, ina. Okay, so we have 50 here. But what about here?
60 طالبا 60 طالبة.
Okay, and
60 طالبا 60 طالبة. 60 male students, 60
male
female
students and
students.
60 female students. Okay, 70 طالبا و70 طالبة, and similarly 70 طالبا and 70 طالبة. 70 masculine or male students and 70 female students. Okay, 80, who is going to do the next one? 80.
80 طالبا 80 طالبة. 80 طالبا 80 طالبة. 80 male student and 80 female student.
All right. And then we have 90, 90 طالبا و90 طالبة. 90 masculine or male students and 90 female students, and similarly 90 طالبا و90 طالبة. طيب, question, what about 100 students?
100 طالب 100 طالب. طالب.
No.
No. I don't remember it.
You don't remember? Anyone remembers? Okay, I can give you a hint. 100 and 1,000. They have the same pattern. Like if we have 1,000 student or we have
So
one.
we remember that.
Like what is that?
Me, I think.
Okay, I will give you
It
another
comes
hint.
as
The example,
mudaf.
right, it comes as mudaf mudaf alayh, and the example is in in Surah Al-Qadr. The example is there.
ألف شهر. Okay.
في
مئة طالب.
Okay, so it will be miyatu talibin and alfu talibin. If you have 100 students or 1,000 students, okay, 100 and 1,000, they are also used as mudaf mudaf alayh. However, mudaf alayh will be always singular and majroor. We know it will be majroor. So how it is different from 3 to 9? In 3 to 9, mudaf alayh is plural, but for 100 and 1,000, mudaf alayh is singular.
Singular. Yeah.
Yes, that's what you need to remember, and we have learned about it already.
So it will be easier to remember from ألف شهر.
Yes, it will be very easy to remember. And also miyatu amin, and it's also used in the Quran in Surah Al-Baqarah. If you are hafid al-Quran, you will definitely remember that. Miyatu amin, it's used in the Quran as well. 100 years. هذه عقود, these are the decades. عقد وعقود is a plural of عقد. عقد is also used for knot. عقدة من لساني. And surah, and also it's used for contract. When we make a contract like marriage contract or the job contract, then also the word aqd is used. So aqdun, and the plural is uqudun. And it means like the contract, it means the knot, and it means the decade. 3 meanings. Ta'ammal ma yali. So now inshallah you can reflect and you can figure out and you can see here that al-marfu'u wal-mansubu wal-majruru. So what do you remember? I told you that marfu, mansub, and majroor will be in 2 possible ways. There are only 2 ways. What are those 2 ways?
بالحرف and بالحركة.
Bil haraka and bil harf. Excellent. So when we say dakhal al-mudarrisu, it's a vowel, it's haraka. So that means here it's marfu because of dhamma. When we say sa'altul mudarrisa, it is mansub, and here mudarris is mansub because of fatha. So we say this is mafhu bil fath, mansub bil fath. And then we have majroor, qultu lil mudarrisi, I spoke to the teacher or I said to the teacher. So it is majroor bil kasra. All right, but here we say dakhal al mudarrisuna. It's here we say the i'rab is bil harf, right? This is bil haraka and this is bil harf. So we will say marfu bil waw, right? Marfu bil waw. Dakhal al mudarrisuna, the teachers entered. Okay, now we cannot say it's marfu because of waw and noon, because this noon sometimes gets dropped. So this noon is noon al-i'rabi, it gets dropped sometimes, and we will learn it inshallah when we learn the advanced form of mudaf mudaf ilayh. We will see that the noon gets dropped. The noon of the dual and the noon of the plural gets dropped. So that's why we say that waw is the sign of marfu'. What about sa'alt al-mudarrisina? Here we have ya. So we say that this is majroor bil ya. And qultu lil mudarrisina, sorry, it's mansub bil ya, and qultu lil mudarrisina, this is majroor bil ya. So there will be always only 2 ways, and when a noun will be marfu, mansub, and majroor, either it will be majroor by a vowel, or sorry, it will be marfu, mansub, and majroor by a vowel or by haraka, by harf. So al-mudarrisu, al-mudarrisa, al-mudarrisi, we have the vowels here. And una, ina, here we have the huruf, which are waw and ya. What kind of huruf are they? In tajweed, what do we call them?
مادية.
Yes, huruf al-mad. And we also add alif, waw. Alif is also added. So when do we find alif as a doer? Do you remember alif is also
dual.
dual? For example, mudarrisani, mudarrisaini, mudarrisaini, right? And similarly, we have talibani, talibaini, talibaini. So when we say talibani, then we say this is marfu bil alif. And then we have aini, then they are mansoob and majroor bil ya. Okay. أكمل الجمل الآتية بوضع الكلمات التي بين قوسين في الأماكن الخالية. So now we have to, and most of the, I think all the words you know now, and we have like analyzed several times. For example, akmil is on the pattern of af'il, number 4th form of the verb. And then al-jumala al-atiyata, we know that this is after fi'l al-amr, the noun will be mansoob, as we can see here. Al-jumal is mawsoof and al-atiyata is the sifa. Biwad'i, by putting. Okay, here, biwad'i al-kalimati, what construction is this?
مضاف إليه with حرف جر.
Excellent.
B.
So, biwad'i is jar majroor, and also mudaf, and al-kalimati is mudaf ilayh, right? So biwad'i al-kalimati, by putting, and how do we know that this mudaf ilayh? It's very simple to recognize. The mudaf will not have al, and most of the times it's a common noun, and mudaf ilayh will come with al, and most of the times it's a proper noun, and it is always majroor. So when you see a combination of common noun and proper noun, and when you don't find tanween here, and when you see that this is majroor, that means this is mudaf ilayh, and we are using it for possession, to talk about the possession of a person, milkiya, like tamlik, when someone possesses something. For example, we say Baytullahi, the house of Allah. So this is tamlik. Kitabu Bilalin, the book of Bilal. Allati, what is allati?
موصول.
Ismul Mawsul, right? Yeah. So it will always have a silatul mawsul, as we say. And silatul mawsul will always be a complete sentence, whether it's a verbal sentence or it's a nominal sentence. In this case, it's a nominal sentence. Bayna is a dharf, and dharf and mudaf ilayh, and they can be the subject, they can be mubtada as well. Okay, bayna qawsayni, between the brackets, fil amakin al-khaliyati, fi harf jar al-amakin majroor, al-khaliyati is the sifa of harf al-amakin, fil amakin al-khaliyati in the blanks. So we have to fill in the blanks by using the words that we have in the brackets. Sa'altul mudarrisina mithalun, that's the example. I asked the teachers. And you know that it was mudarrisuna, but it has changed into mudarrisina because sa'altu is fail plus fa'il, and al mudarrisina is maf'ul bihi. I asked the teachers. Okay. Yes, please continue.
يحب المدرس الطلاب المجتهدين.
Excellent. Okay.
يحب is a verb, المدرس is fa'il, and الطلاب is مفعول به, المجتهدين is صفة of الطلاب.
The students, yeah. So here at-tullaba, and the sifa is al-mujtahidina. يحب المدرس الطلاب المجتهدين. The teacher likes the hardworking students. Okay. رأيت.
30 طالبا. رأيت فائل.
Excellent. And 30 طالبا, we can say it's مفعول به both together. Okay. رأيت 30 طالبا. I saw 30 students.
30 students.
Okay. يحب الله. Allah loves al-Muslimina. Allah loves the Muslims. Okay. يحب الله al-Muslimina. And al-Muslimuna. يحب الله يحب المسلمون Allah.
الله.
Allah, excellent. And the Muslims love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, al-Muslimina. So yuhibbu is the verb, lafz al-jalala is the subject, al-Muslimuna is the object. Okay, qara'tu
50 صفحة.
50 صفحة. Okay, I read how many pages? 50 pages. Okay. And صفحة, we know that it will be, whether it is masculine or feminine, it will be singular and it will be mansoob. سألت I asked
المهندسين.
المهندسين.
I asked the
I asked the engineers. Okay, I asked the engineers, how do they do engineering? Start like something which is easy to do. I don't know.
كيف how كيف
Mhm.
فعل
كيف يفعلون الهندسة? How do they do the engineering, right? Okay, so shall we stop? I think it's time for prayer. So inshallah, we will continue tomorrow. And hopefully we will continue, complete the lesson, inshallah, and also we will be able to start the next lesson, hopefully, or at least, inshallah, we will try to discuss the handouts of the next lesson by tomorrow, inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.